Hello guys, welcome back to another movie review. Today we are reviewing The Haunted Mansion. Yes, The Haunted Mansion is the new 2023 movie that has come out and basically is like a reboot of the original. I think the original was like 2006, something like that, which starred Eddie Murphy and stuff, but this is the new one. The movie itself definitely showed a lot of promise with its cast. We had Rosario Dawson, we had Jared Leto, Danny DeVito, as well as Owen Wilson. So as I say, definitely a lot of promise there, a lot of like good actors, a lot of big time actors in that movie. But for me, it just didn't hold up. Like, it wasn't a good movie. It felt like, when I was watching it, it felt like I was watching a Disney Plus original film, like in the cinema, which I can imagine the budget of this is massive, and you know, especially with those cast members, and it just didn't live up to it for me. One thing that my mate Bram picked up with on his Letterboxd review, he basically said that there was a lot of like advertising in the movie, and I remember seeing that before watching the film and thinking, maybe. And boy, he was right. Literally, there was so much stuff, like even to the plot, like when somebody died because she was going to Baskin Robbins to get ice cream. We had like NBC was mentioned, CBS, something like that was mentioned. Burger King was mentioned loads of times. Like Owen Wilson was saying how much he likes the chili cheese bites or something like that. There was a lot of like product placement in this film, and there was a lot of like deals done with companies, clearly, which to me ruined it. Like I spoke to somebody in work about this, and they said they didn't really notice, they didn't really care, type of thing. But I guess when you're somebody like me who reviews movies and wants like the movie to flow and be good, you kind of pick up on things like that. So maybe that's a negative or not, I'm not too sure. The actual story of the film, though, I thought was really stupid. Obviously it is aimed as a kids' family movie, and it wasn't that busy in the cinema, to be honest with you, when I went. And I went prime time. I think it was like 3 o'clock on a Saturday when I went. So, you know, I did go prime time, but it just didn't land for me in the way that it should have. Like Jared Leto, I mentioned, was in the film. He was the voice of like this like Mad Hatter type of character, I believe the character's name was. I think it was, what was it called? The Hatbox Ghost. Yeah, he was in there. There was also Jamie Lee Curtis. How can I forget her? She was in there. She was playing Madame Leota. And again, her character was just like her face, like in this ball, really. We didn't really get her, like, her being her. We did towards the end, but like, we didn't really get to see her being her. You know, it just felt a bit like I say, like a bit like a Disney Plus movie, with really like a really dumb plot with no real vision and meaning, I guess. You know, it's basically this mum and Rosario Dawson's character and her son move into this house. The house is haunted, but as soon as people go into the house, they then get like stuck with this, you know, not demon, but ghosts and stuff like that. It's basically like, you know, one of these films as well. It's come out like mid-August, like as a summer blockbuster for kids and families and stuff. But literally, like, if you held off like 5 or 6 weeks, you could have had this out for like Halloween. And I feel like this film would have done so much better if it was out for like Halloween than if it's out in the 6 weeks holiday. Like, I'm not sure why Disney decided to do this film, like release this film in August, when they could have just waited a couple of months and, you know, got some of that Halloween revenue, which I've said multiple times, like, they don't make enough kids Halloween films. Like, I think I said that in my Hocus Pocus reviews. Anyways, though, rating the movie, though, I actually gave it a 1.5 star. To me, it's going to be one of my worst films of the year. It was boring, and it was done pretty badly, in my opinion. Like I say, the product placement stuff did take it out of there for me. And I had fun with other films which would be seen as worse films, really, if you saw them on paper, type of thing. But this just wasn't entertaining for me. Do you know what I mean? Just wasn't entertaining. And I think another good thing about the film, though, was the acting. I think some of the acting performances were quite good. I'll give them that. Rosario Dawson as well was pretty good in the film. But, you know, like, it was just forgetful, the movie. Like, you know, you're just like, right, move on to the next one. It doesn't need to flow. It doesn't need to happen. Have you seen Haunted Mansion, though? Let me know down below if you have. For me, it doesn't land, as I say. But let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.